Alright, so I've been outside today and enjoyed this beautiful sunny day here in Grand Rapids, Michigan on my campus at Calvin University. I collected 15 trees, and so I'm showing just surveys I own right here. So let me show you what you can do to get this data into ArcGIS. So first I'm going to click on the survey itself, and now it'll launch, and you can see I have 15 trees here. One person has submitted, that's me, today's date, and then a little bit of a timeline of when I submitted it. So I just went out and did that here around the 1 o'clock hour. And so you can see that I have submitted 15 of these surveys. Okay. When I go to design, that's the same place where we were to design the survey. We don't want to go there. For collaborate, we can just avoid that, but analyze is where we want to go. So you can see just a brief analysis of the data as it looks now. I see an uh-oh. So it looks like I've got 14 at the school and 1 at the park. And so user error can happen like this. Here's a prime example. You're out in the field, you have some drop-down options, and you choose the wrong one. I was actually distracted by one of our physics faculty who was out there, and we had enjoyed a nice conversation with one another, but he caught me right in the middle of my data collection of trees and measuring, and was curious as to what I was doing, and so there it is. I made a mistake. And so you can see that here as well. Okay, and then when we take a look at the circumference of the trees, it's broken down into these 5 bins. We can change it to bar graphs, pie charts, and then you can also take a look at kind of the size based on the location. Okay, so big trees and little trees here outside of North Hall, and I can even change the base map right here if I want to get a different view. So here's the imagery outside North Hall. Here's my office right here in the basement, and so you can see this is the size of the circumference of the trees. Okay, at DBH. I collected only living trees for this lab, so 100%. In terms of tree canopy, most of them were really quite healthy. So most of them, 8 of them, were in the 89 to 99%. Couldn't see the sky, so covered, and then all the way down to 50 to 59 for one of the trees. Okay, so you can do some simple analysis just visually here in the Survey 123 computer environment. And you can do some filtering too if you want to change some of these values, print this off, and then the data. Okay, the data tab. Here you can see our data is geographically located, but I did have that one problem with the park, so this is where you could actually change your data. So I'm going to double click here and change this to school and fix that problem. Alright, and so now I did that. I can open this in a map viewer. Let's do that now. So I'll open up this in a map viewer, kind of an interactive environment to mess around with it and visualize it. So here I am, and I will click on this, left click it, and then choose to zoom to. And there we are. I don't like this base map, so let me change it to the imagery. Alright, and there we are. So I was next to engineering and right next to geo here in North Hall. And so these are the trees that I collected, and if I click on any one of these points, you can see a pop-up that comes up and gives the details of this as well. Okay, so I can do some of this fun stuff here, but really I'm going to export. And now you have 5 options: CSV, Excel, KML, shapefile, and file geodatabase. And so the easiest way to bring this right into ArcGIS is to choose either shapefile or file geodatabase. In this case, I'll just go ahead and choose a file geodatabase, and now it's going to allow me to export into that. So I'll download that. And then all I need to do is open up the file geodatabase feature class in ArcGIS. map.